Merry Christmas and welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is Christmas Eve and I'm all done work, so now I can enjoy the holidays. And this week the mailbox was incredibly full. I was so overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that came in this week. It is the biggest 1 week I've ever had. 25 postcards came in this week. Just blown away. 6 of them are registered post-crossing, and then the rest of them are you guys either sending me things or direct swaps that have come through. So I've got lots to show you today. It's going to be a longer video than I normally put out, so hopefully you enjoy it. For those of you that have been missing content from me, you now have a big long video, I'm sure, coming ahead of you. Thank you so much for everything you guys do, for the great year that we've had so far, and let's hope to get lots of postcards and trading going on in 2022 and having a safe and healthy year coming ahead. All right, let's get right into this because it's going to be a long one. So my first one is registered. It comes from the US. It comes from Stacy, and so she sends this card. She's new to post-crossing a bit, so she says she doesn't have a whole bunch of different types of cards to have, but that's okay. I enjoy this one. This is the Catskills in New York. So some of you may have heard of the Catskills. There's the stamp that she sent. So thank you, Stacy, for that one. The next one is my first from Hungary. That's quite the image. So if that's built onto the side of someone's house, then that's quite impressive. You can see the scale between that and the window. There is no stamp on it. It is just a postmark, and it is from Dawn. So thank you, Dawn, from Hungary. It's nice to get new cards from new countries. The next one is Polo inspired. So there is a hedgehog card. Love it, love it, love it. It is from the Netherlands, and this is from Astrid. She sent this one on. She lives with her husband and son and her cat, and they live in a town that participates in a giant 4-day march. So that would be kind of cool. People come from all over apparently to do that. Here's the stamp from the Netherlands. So thank you, Astrid, for that. The next one comes from Germany. It is Lego. So I don't have this particular set, but it's very cool. Lego Mustang. And he wrote a whole bunch on the back. I'm going to show you the stamps. There we go. I'm not going to get into everything he wrote on the back, but it talks about all the different things that he collects. And his favorite saying comes from Mick Jagger. Catch your dreams before they slip away. So you may know that from Ruby Tuesday, the song. Next one is a vintage one from Germany. So there you are of that. And the stamp on the back. That lovely scene, lovely vintage. Looks like it maybe it'd be done in the 60s just from the paper and the way it's put together. Not sure exactly when it is. It doesn't say on the back when it is, but Roland, thank you for that card, vintage card from Germany. The next one, also from Germany, is Doctor Who. So those of you who are into science fiction and love the Doctor Who series out of Great Britain, it's been ongoing for over 50 years. And this is one of the guys, you know, they sometimes call him a potato head. They're very warlike creatures, but very funny too if you've seen the show. There's the stamps on the back. Really like it, the art. So Ulrich, thank you for that, appreciate it. The next one is the first of many Christmas, and this one comes from the US. This comes from Chris. This is a direct swap. So he sends, this is from Santa Claus, Indiana. The town becomes very popular this time of year, I'm sure it does. And it has home to Holiday World, a giant theme park and water complex that has over 1 million visitors in a normal season. So Santa Claus, Indiana is not a place I've heard of before. Indiana, of course, but not Santa Claus, Indiana, so that's kind of cool. I'll have to look that up and check it out. So thank you, Chris, for that. Chris sent me another card too. As he told us, I like mailboxes. So there is a US Postal Mailbox, the one you've probably seen if you look around at mailboxes of the world, and there's a winter scene. So we see lots of winter. I'll show you the stamps on the back of that because they're different than the other one he sent. I really like that green one. That's really cool. So thank you, Chris, for that. He says that he had a great uncle and aunt that were mail carriers like myself. No longer are. Thank you, Chris, for that. The next one comes from the US, and it comes from Julie, also another direct swap. So she lives in Montana, and this is Billings, Montana. And there are the stamps. If you like Looney Tunes, there's a Looney Tune stamp. So thank you, Julie. The next one comes from Leslie, the world's largest post box or mailbox, and you can actually mail letters inside of it. If you watch the mailbox video, the first one I did, this one is represented in that. She sent me pictures of it, so it is there. So thank you, Leslie, for that. She even drew a little mailman delivering the mail, and there's a stamp. I appreciate that, Julie. Thank you for all the swaps that you do. The next one is from someone famous, at least famous in our world of post crossing. If you watch post crossers that do post crossing, like you're doing right now, you probably have seen this person's. So this card came from France, and it is from Caroline. So she surprised me with this Christmas card. So thank you, Caroline, for sending that out. It is pretty cool. There's the stamp. I noticed the ones, you talked about them with the scan codes on the stamp. We don't have that here yet, but I'm sure it's coming. So that's cool. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's to you as well. Another Christmas card coming in from Germany. And this is from Julianne. We've traded before, and so she sent that on. And look at that nice stamp. Very cool with Santa. And it looks like the abominable snowman next to him and his reindeer. Bring it in again. Thank you, thank you. The next one comes from Japan, and this is from Yoko. And this is a shrine near where she is. And the interesting thing about this shrine is she says every 20 years they take land adjacent to it and rebuild the exact same shrine and move the deity over to it. So it stays the same but keeps moving locations. And then on the back she's got these stamps, and this stamp is actually a picture of the city she comes from in Japan. So thank you, Yoko, for that. And Yoko sent another one as well. And this is a traditional New Year's card. So it's a week before New Year's, so it's arrived just in time, I would say. And then she's also decorated with those stamps. You can see Year of the Tiger there. And then she's got some wreaths. Yeah, she put some real thought into decorating those. So thank you, Yoko, for those two cards. The next one is kind of interesting. It comes from Ron in England. And this is actually a coaster from the pub that he goes to. So he's turned the coaster into a postcard. And he's put the Christmas stamp on the back. So thank you, Ron. He and his daughter I've traded cards with in the past, so they sent that on. This one also is another post crosser. So if you've ever watched May, here is May in Brazil. She sent this one on of a Brazilian mailbox. And the stamps. And you can see when she decorates her cards, what she does with her names and the hello. She does quite a lot. She does all sorts of journaling, so you'll have to look her up as well. May and her, I'll put her link down below so you can see hers as well. The next one comes from Lewis in the United Arab Emirates. So he sent on a Christmas card, and there's the Christmas stamps. Thank you, Lewis. And he didn't just send one, he sent two. So there's another Christmas card from Lewis, some carolers, and a different stamp. Every card he sends seems to have a different stamp. So he's getting to show me all the different stamps that they put out. Thank you, Lewis. And it says it's 29 degrees when he sent this one here on November the 27th. It was actually negative 29 here today. So it is quite chilly. It'll warm up a little bit, but it's still gonna be cold. And there's just a dusting of snow outside. Now the next one has stamps from Estonia, but the person that sent it is from Finland. She just took a boat over, and what she did is she put the card in here. And Mirja put two cards in, one from Finland, which she put a stamp on, or not a stamp, but a sticker, a Finnish sticker. And it's a mailman delivering some, and this is actually from the Postal Museum. She picked up this card in Tampere. And then she took a boat over to Estonia and got this card for me. And then put the two in an envelope and mailed them. And you can see on the back, it shows you how close Finland and Estonia are. It's just a ferry ride across or a boat ride over. So thank you for those. I appreciate that, Marcia. Put them back in the envelope. And it's a surprise to get 2 cards instead of 1. The next one comes from Austria. I'll show you the stamps there. Very nice. And then inside, something special about this one. So this comes from Anita. She sent stuff before, but what she's done is she sent me a Christmas decoration. And you see it says Merry Postcrossing. This is actually Caroline in France who designed and created these. And so what Anita did was she bought a bunch of them from Caroline to support her and sent them out to people for Christmas. And if you see the tree in the back, we take lots of decorations on it. So she thought this would be perfect for our Christmas tree, not realizing at the time that we had a Christmas tree that takes lots of decorations. So this one will go up on our tree as our first post-crossing decoration. So thank you, Anita. Merry Christmas for that. Thank you for supporting Caroline, and for Caroline sending the card to support me too. So it's nice that the community helps out. The next one, the Canadian stamp there. This one comes from Canada, of course, comes from Ottawa, and this is from Kim. So she sent a nice Christmas card with some penguins. So thank you, Kim, for the card. She's got some stickers in there too. So put that aside. And it in the envelope. There we go. Now the next one is a little different. Actually, we'll wait on that one. Let's go to this one first. So this one is from Germany. And this is from Sarah. It was first time swapping with Sarah. There's the stamp she's put on it. We've got a hedgehog. It's kind of neat. If you scan this code, it plays a song that she likes. So that's a little different. And inside, she's got this card. Beautiful tower. And her city is the 26th biggest city in Germany, about 20 minutes from the Dutch border. She's a student. There's her stamps. Even though she put it in an envelope, she did have it stamped for me. So that's really cool. And the next one is from the United States. You can see there's some older stamps, but all Christmas oriented. And this comes from Kristen. There's the card she's got in. She surprised me with the card. Just the words inside. So thank you. That comes from Texas. And the next one comes from my dear friend Troy. He has sent this on, family card. But the reason I'm showing this versus some of the other family cards that I'm not showing, there you go, we've got the Christmas ornaments, really like that. He's included a message and what his family's been up to and how things are going. He lives in British Columbia, Canada now. Used to live closer here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, but he included a postcard. I think because he's seen me do postcards and thought of this when he was cleaning up his house in Halifax for selling it. He came across this old postcard that I sent him when I was 13 years old. So my family and I took a trip across. I guess it was just my parents and I. My siblings weren't there. But we did a trip across the country, and I wrote him when I was in the Dakotas. And we've got these guys here. It says, "Sun your buns with the boys at Mount Rushmore." When I went to visit Mount Rushmore, this is trying to be funny of what Mount Rushmore might look from the other side. You see the famous 4 presidents' heads on one, but this is what it may look like on the other side. And you can see my writing hasn't gotten much better, or my printing hasn't much gotten better. That's what it looked like at the time when I sent it to him. And the message of what my 13-year-old self was thinking about as I was coming back across the country. So thank you, Troy, for sending that back to me. I'll put it in a place dear. Now the last thing I haven't even opened it yet. It's from Skaistė, and she's in Lithuania. She's the one that helped out a whole lot with getting a bunch of her Lithuanian post-crossers to help with the mailbox video, the second one. And so we've done a trade. This is the second trade, so there's the stamps that she's got on it. And now, if I can find a way to open it, I shall. So she's got it sealed quite well. I'm going to try to go into it from the edge. Let's get... We don't want to tear into anything that may be inside. All right. First thing we pulled out is she sent some stickers. So we have some cars and trucks, and so those will be great for adorning postcards going out. I'll drop a couple things on the floor. So we've got a snowman sticker, very cool, and a sleigh and presents of Santa's. Oh, we have a Polaroid of Christmas tree. That's cool. Oh, we have a 2022 card. So this will be my first 2022 card I have. So, and she's written a bunch of stuff on the back. I will read that all later. That aside. Yeah. We have another card. I'm going to show it like this. And then we have the famous Marilyn Monroe on the back. So we've got that. So thank you so much for that. What else do we have in here? Oh, we've got some more tea. So this is when it's supposed to get very cold out. So today might be a good day for that because it is very cold out. And then here is a chocolate bar. So remember last time, if you saw when she sent something to me, there was a little bar like this and I couldn't read what it said because it was in Lithuanian and I didn't understand. So I thought it might be soap and she let me know it was chocolate. So on the back, she's actually said that this is chocolate. And then we've got some more Christmas things, a few ornaments. So we can put those up on the tree. That'll be cool. We've got a Santa and a snowflake and a reindeer. So thank you for those ornaments. Getting near the end. And then another snowflake. Boy, she sent a lot of stuff in here. And then 3 more chocolates. I recognize those chocolates. So thank you for that parcel full of goodies. We will make great use of that. If I don't eat the chocolates, I'm sure my kids will. So thank you for all those things. It was a great week. I'm looking forward to a few days break and family time for Christmas. Hopefully you guys are all having a great break as well, whether it's short or long. Make the most of it. Spend time with your family and your friends and do what you enjoy doing. So stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?